Sega? Yeah, I thought it was Sega. I guess Sega must be the spot. Hey, Endless Space 2. So, welcome everyone to, of course, Endless Space 2. Is that whatever they're called? The Endless. Yeah, it's sort of in the name of every single one of their games. So, welcome everyone to the sequel of Endless Space, which I have not even completed, or gotten near to completing my first game of Endless Space, but whatever. I mean, from what I can guess, assume, imagine, is that this is going to be a mixture of Endless Space and Endless Legend? Because I saw, at least from the little background, that it looked sort of Endless Legend-y, the interface. Endless Space 2. Oh, okay. Ah. Just show me everything. Yeah, this is very endless. Well, actually, no. Endless Space had something like this. And then, of course, we need to read lore, which I sort of should have done first. For every Endless game to just be reading lore.
Under the visionary leadership of Emperor Zelivus, we have become a proud and powerful nation. It is time to rise up, grasp our future, and seek our destiny among the stars. Imagine the future that we can build. We shall construct great fleets, send them out to make great discoveries, and through their conquests, secure our place in this rich galaxy. We will discover new sciences and new lives.
I'm smarter.
We will greet new peoples and turn them into new patriots. Together, we shall leave our mark on history.
Reach new heights.
Together,
okay, I don't think I agree with that.
Our heart's desire. Whatever the cost, whatever the effort, let us not shy away from the greatness that is our birthright.
Exactly what you expect to see from something like that.
It is a time of great peace and prosperity for the Empire. Usurpers have been vanquished, disagreements resolved, wars ended. The Empire is truly united. Now is the time for your great nation to forge a path to the stars, to bring your great civilization to other worlds, to impress upon any other races you discover that your way is the best way.
Yeah, that is very Endless Legendy. Greetings, Emperor. Welcome to Endless Space 2. In order to ease your transition to the Seal of Imperial Power, from the usual starting condition, including expansion traits, temporarily disabled. So you gain a better understanding of the game fundamentals, these features will be re-enabled. In this galaxy, it's rich with opportunities, but also dangers. To survive this universe, you need to build a mighty civilization that can conquer powerful foes. Tale begins here in the middle of the galaxy in your home star system, Duce. Use the scroll to zoom in. Click with the left mouse on your star system to open the star management thing. And this is Endless Space. And go to see was climbed by the United Empire starfaring forebears when they settle on Rhea. Today is the beating heart of the Empire's ambition, but it can be made even stronger. To To strengthen, you must master the production and exploitation of several resources. Only colonized planets resources can be used. 5 key resources are critical: food, industry, dust, science, and influence. The production, so influence is new to Endless Space, pretty sure. Colonized planets scales the size of the population living on the planet. For example, on Rhea, population 3, base production is multiplied by 3. The total FIDSI production of the system scheduled for the next turn is displayed in the side panel. Note that even though there's only... a single colonized planet in the Duce system, the total FIDSI is greater than Reyes production. This is because of system improvement. Improvements play a vital role in your empire's development, as they will is this actually the bat things from Endless Legend as well? I thought that might be their, like, personal symbol or whatever. Help to enhance the strengths and minimize the weakness of a system. So system improvements constructed is accessible through the system side panel. In systems, industry, production can never be stored, so you should always have something constructed by the industry for that turn will disappear one turn later. This available construction shows what can be built in your system. So that's Endless Legend. Remember that you can get more details by hovering over each construction. Also note that system improvements can only be built once in each system. The improvement drone network is generally safe to start considering its effect. Okay, we need to read all this. Rhea, the first Mizari starships arrived millennia ago, landing on a green, virginal, and empty planet, breathtaking for certain wildernesses. Today, the probably shows its pioneering frontier past as it's tamed by lands of storm-racked seas. Its landmass is now brimming with mighty industrial swaths, vast urban powerhouses. On the ocean stand huge mining platforms, whose riches now the United Empire's riches. Above half-built starship yards over the conquered world, as the Empire prepares to take its glorious civilization to the rest of the galaxy. It's medium-temperate, Terran, and fertile. Duce 2, most life finds a struggle to plant roots in the dry shifting sands of the earth of this planet, but for the tenacious species who do, find a stark beauty to the world. With relatively little rainfall, erosion and decay are minimal, giving longevity to any civilization's constructions. I guess Egypt. Yeah, definitely Egypt. Duce 1, although often unstable, not always pleasant to live on, the very substance of lava plants makes them a rich source of revenues and industry. Those unusual geologies are created in the heart of these rolling planets, and wealth and practical applications await those who harvest them. Huge. Large. Medium. Then we have Surreal Reality, System Approval Initial. This extension of VR entertainment technology permits many individuals to think rather than play together. The boost to science and productivity is worth the surprisingly effective and occasional bizarre dream, except from a user who has dozed off. We got drone networks. Operating independent of terrain, weather, and transportation infrastructure, squadrons of drones can deliver materials across the planet, factoring the time required by traditional methods, whether they be sowing seeds or supplying raw materials. Xeno-industrial infrastructure. The understanding of alien biospheres and alien workers permits the development of industrial projects that take these into account. By adapting tools, sites, and processes to local environments, large projects become much more efficient. Infinite supermarkets. With vastly improved methods for selecting, growing, and harvesting foods, as well as deliver any known dish or ingredient anywhere within a colonized world, local markets have essentially become infinitely large. Endless Research Park and Endless World. Wonders. I've never seen a wonder. Built near the remains of an endless outpost, this giant industrial park will aid in exploiting and understanding galactic history. Visitors and scholars come to see it. New historical events and objects are discovered, creates enormous wealth and knowledge for its builders. Also a giant entertainment complex connected to it, Endless World, where you can visit AR augmented ruins and see the galaxy as Endless did. And settler ship design. Do we build our own ships in this game too? Okay, drone network has been done. Take 5 things. Construction to add a queue. Construction at the top of the queue will use your system industry production turn to turn until it is built. So several turns might be required depending on the industry cost of your construction. End it when you're ready. As a result of exploited resources, some food is produced every turn. Like industry, it cannot be stockpiled and is immediately used. What? Naturally, the first use of food in the existing system population, any excess food is immediately put towards the system's population growth. And you can see the population count won't be increased for a few more turns. Is that normal? I've never noticed that. Multiple moons. It not only has a beneficial effect on the planet, it also contains some secrets. Oh god. Terran, a crucible for the development of life in all of its myriad forms, has a world of roiling oceans, vast grasslands, teeming forests, and restless climate. Hail and rain, sunshine and wind, most people in this world very accommodating. Temperate world offers conditions that are comfortable to the majority of species in the galaxy. On these planets, a broad range of activities can usually flourish. Can I move you? Nope. Desert. Hot worlds with their sweltering surface and furnace-like interiors assist in the flow of heavier elements from the core to the crust as the world industry thrives. These are relatively unstable planets, but the absence of organisms mean that the worlds are largely untouched by the sands of time. As a result, unexploited dust veins are abundant, making these planets rich in dust. Moons. There are many strange effects that multiple moons can have on orbit, tectonic, and tidal forces. That is an extremely close moon. Some sects may even worship them, while other peoples are content to watch them chase each other across the sky. Maybe you already noticed that different population types live in this system? We'll discover... What? I didn't. Appears there are many paths for these humanoids, although they tend to prefer economic and military development. Space Nazis, apparently. These show aggressive martial leadership are known for the willingness to defend their honor and their allies. Their own unique traits that can modify planet-based productions. System population count is a circular population growth gauge. This fills up a new unit of population we added to the system. We have 3 right now, right? Yep. The number of turn, so that's new. It should just be, population. Right, the garage, more excess food, faster population growth. So population types that will be created is shown by icon to the turn counter. Over here, you also notice system science production. It's pooled across the whole empire. It's researching new technologies. Open the newly accessible technology screen and to research some game-changing tech. You love reading? I fucking love reading. You're, you know what? I'll get to you later. Military. You gotta be kidding me, there's even more. N-Wave Fusion. Technological Army Defense. This is a practical impossibility. Recent advances in shielding technology permit more than 2 bodies to involve in fusion reaction. All this opens up the door to enormous leaps in energy generation. Various bunkers, by digging deep and using laser armor that are by turns hardened, absorptive, and ablative, running something created that are considered to be almost uncrackable. Chain gang program. The watching state is empowered state. Citizens who are engaging in illicit activities are able to commute their sentences by criminal records by immediately enlisting in the military, and surprising most welcome their opportunity. Ubiquitous surveillance, technology, army, and defense. I didn't say where nobody has any secrets, right? Every part of the world is awash with data capture devices, from nanocameras to eavesdropping flies to chemical sniffers, and not to mention digital trawlers. Big data shipyards. Building on autonomous construction technology, shipyards are able to integrate data from the Empire's fleets, from deep space, from battle, from stellar anomalies, to vessels at the absolute cutting edge of ship design. When no vessels leave the shipyards, they've already spent considerable time in the great beyond. O2G delivery gear. Fine, no lore? I will read everything that is available to me. Xenolinguistics. Whether you wish to make trade, research, wage war, or have peaceful relationship with aliens, their communications must first be studied in conversation brought to a higher level than merely dropping propositions and speaking more loudly. Xeno-industrial infrastructure. A better understanding of alien biospheres and alien workers merits the development of industrial projects that take these into account. Adding tools, sites, and processes to local environments, large projects become much more efficient. Titanium refining. There are some technical difficulties in refining higher acid-type ore, such as assuring purity, quantity, and stability. This machinery and processes ensure that titanium produced is of impeccable quality. Plasma metallurgy. Plasma metallurgy, under careful constructed control conditions, Application of extremely high currents throughout molten metallics can produce metal plasmas. From being fascinating to plasma physicists, these substances underpin some engineering marvels. Interplanet transport network. Due to the interaction of gravitational pulls and magnetic fluxes, low energy paths exist at speed and simplify travel within a system, so applying advanced magnetics to transport design these low-cost network facilities access to the farthest points of the system's limits. Hyperium capture, hyperdeuterium, therefore more hydrogen with a heavier nucleus. Yeah, what is hyper, though? This added atomic weight makes it useful as a fuel source for advanced fusion systems, and the technology that helps obtain it is highly valuable. We have Creator of Wealth Deed Challenge. To some, dust is a miraculous substance coveted for its power as much as for its trade value. To others, dust is merely a way of keeping score and seeing who's ahead in the great game of political domination. Regardless of how you may feel, it's time to show the riches you are able to produce. Here's titanium. Isotope titanium-70 ore. This exceptionally strong and dense metal has innumerable applications in high-technology society. Astrofinance. Balancing ledgers and budgets across both time and space is not a simple task. Not even going into the complexity of options and interest rates, real pragmatic work needs to be done on financial systems and needs of alien suppliers and customers. And then, of course, sending data and stuff. When you actually get to a point where your data thing is gonna be detailed by years and years of lag. Can you imagine that? A game with a year-long lag? Because you're playing with someone a light year away. Xenotourism agencies. In order to properly tap into the exploding market of alien tourists, special infrastructure must be put in place. Travel between planets is a simple problem. Travel between cultures is something else indeed. In order to effectively provide an interesting destination for aliens, enormous work is required in public infrastructures, hotel, restaurants, spaceports, and most particularly toilets. Colonial exchange. Funding a colony is both complex and expensive. Fund technology from the government, investors, skills from the colonists, and raw materials from the planet. It must be created to handle investments, loans, salaries, project finances, and taxes. Mystery filtration. First step in purifying and preparing planets, colonization or terraforming consists of reducing toxic elements in the atmosphere and creating tolerable chemical balances. Yes, very chemical. Oh, and it tells you what, it's good for pacifists, it's good for militarists, it's good for food ecologists, it's good for ecologists. Luxuries lottery. A shameless grab for popularity, the luxuries lottery nonetheless is an effective means by which governments can gain their citizens' goodwill. By network of machines across the system, for every luxury deposit discovered, the lottery brings a glittering windfall to one lucky individual. Colonize ash. Attempts to colonize ash-type planets without some form of topological control has a long history of failure. Life-sustaining habitats desiccating to the point of death, succumbing to irreversible desertification were not unknown. Fortunately, with improved technology, these problems are a thing of the past. Yeah, it won't even let me see it. Never mind, it's gonna let me see it. Commercial frameworks. I see this way up here. Neural robotics. One problem with coordinating robots and having them efficiently function is their brains and their associated networking. This signal technology and computing algorithms may allow us to have vast numbers of robots that communicate and execute functions in seamless coordination. Commercial frameworks. Trade on a galactic scale requires agreements, laws, regulations, protocols. Trade company headquarters and subsidiaries can be built, docking space acquired, goods shipped. A network of complex contracts must be negotiated. Jesus to Trade Company HQ. Here's where it all starts. The offices, the shipping docks, the community systems, the meeting rooms, the lounges, and depending on the culture, the dungeons of an intergalactic conglomerate. Extreme atmospherics. Forecasting and controlling a high gravity and highly toxic atmospheres of gas planets giants is a science that requires inordinate amounts of computing power. Without great advances in mathematics, material science, and subquantum physics would not even be thinkable. Colonized gas giant. Construction from autonomous materials that can respond to intense environmental changes. Roads can now operate in dense stormy atmospheres of a gas giant type planet, laying the foundation for habitats. Expanded mines utilizes simple technologies to clean gas giant atmospheres. Mine facilities now can be expanded in areas where they were previously too toxic to enter without dedicated, cumbersome filtration suits. Output rises. Links, no. Antimatter capture. Honestly, and harvesting antimatter is expensive and error-prone, where the results not so useful few civilizations would bother. No. Come on. Yes, we got it. Maximize exploitation. I love how the most important thing to me is reading. It's because I don't have time to, like, go and read books and stuff. Because I have this. And I'm trying to upload 7 episodes a day. Early industrial societies are more or less vast engines for reducing waste. Then what is initially taken from the ground actually ends up as a product and the rest is dumped. By maximizing the process of extraction, refining, transport, storage, and distribution, gains of efficiency and volume can come with the added value of reduced waste. Leads to AI labor, apparently. More than a simple application of robotics, advanced computational methods just permit the creation of a highly flexible, instantly retrainable workforce. Flawless, uncomplaining, and efficient, these workers boost both industrial production and research and development. Colonize lava. For obvious reasons, this planet type is named Shake and Bake, due to their active volcanic characteristics and exceedingly lively plate tectonics. Hurdle to colonizing lava-type planets and creation of sufficiently robust and tremor-resistant and public infrastructures that are, of course, also fireproof. What's this? Common curiosities. With probes that read little more than thermal and optical information, common resources can be discovered. Rare earth forms. Scarce and difficult to manipulate, rare earth metals are nevertheless critical to many advanced technologies. To create viable metallic foams from these unusual metals give a boost to cutting-edge astrotechnology. Colonize Mediterranean. Oh, objectively beautiful, the environment of Mediterranean-type planets can be harsh. Soil is often poor, but limited in summers harsh. Adaptation of both shelter and agriculture is required in this relatively austere biome. Debris analyzer. Xenobiology. Studies of soil samples from other planets, combined with advances in understanding of extremophilic bacteria, permit scientists to hit under certain conditions hardier and more productive crops. Colonize tundra. Improvements of the system by which sap moves through weather-resistant plants on the creation of crop species that can survive harsh weather via freezing and thawing. Remember that many opportunities for colonizing previously uninhabitable areas. Just notice this thing moving up and down. Public-private partnerships. Before any great scientific advances can be found, there must be money to do research. Setting up a series of long-term agreements between public and private entities, future investments into large-scale ambitious projects can be assured. But anyways, that's going to be it for this episode, so if you're ready for even more reading, you know what to do. See ya!